Thank you so much for inviting us. It's really a pleasure to present our company and what we are doing. And that's true, that's solutions we are developing are very innovative, but this innovation is happening very fast right now. All of you know Google Assistant, Alexa. So what our company is doing, we are exactly bringing retailers to this world of voice. But our solutions are actually good for automation across all the communication channels. But I think the most amazing part of the technology is that for the first time in history, brands, retailers can directly talk to their users in a conversational way, not just one way, but technology enables these brands to communicate across all the channels with their users, obviously using artificial intelligence. So thank you very much again for inviting us. It's a pleasure. And maybe I will show you some information about what we've done so far. Yeah. So Yosh.AI, exactly what we are doing, we are developing this AI solutions mostly for retailers. This is our core area of interest. The main tool, let's say, is this conversational commerce engine that we develop, and then we put it across many channels. Our main objective is to make the whole shopping experience online, conversational, and increasing engagement of the whole experience. I have started doing AI for e-commerce about 3 years ago. At the beginning, for 10 years, I was working in communication, in marketing for the Coca-Cola company across 9 markets. And then I founded marketplace, fashion marketplace, and that's how I really get insights about the needs of retailers and e-commerce, what's needed and how AI can actually help in reaching in an efficient way their users. I am also a global Google Launchpad mentor. I have to say that we get a lot of support from Google. So basically the difference between what we develop for companies and Google or Alexa, what they do is that they take care of this first interaction with the user, like what's the weather like, set up the timer. But what we do then, we take brands actually on this platform, voice platform like Google Assistant or Alexa. So we develop your own solution for this voice platform, but also for other platforms. This is how we envision this whole experience. So this is example. We have our first implementation was on UK market, and let's see how the whole experience should look like.
Was perfect. Thanks a lot.
What about a pair of shoes to go with that?
This is what I was thinking about. Maybe you could find me a pair of black heels.
This is what I found. Do you like them?
Absolutely amazing. Thanks a lot for your help.
My pleasure. Enjoy looking gorgeous.
Thanks.
Yes, so these were 2 examples of the products that we are developing in a text version. Obviously, in some situation, communication, conversation through text and platforms like Messenger is more convenient. Sometimes it's voice, in the kitchen or in the car. So we have now new moments when we can reach our users. And the part of the whole product discovery can be also visual search, but I will talk about it more. So our solutions are definitely in the forefront of the whole technology. And thanks to this, we won many competitions, including Fashion Innovation Awards in Switzerland or Best Tech Retail Startup in Europe. Up till now, we are focusing on a European market, but our plan definitely is to enter US market First of all, because this is the most developed market in this whole voice area. So we believe we already developed these solutions and we've proven their value to our clients. So definitely US for us is a big dream, hopefully happen very soon. Why we know that the solution is really important for our clients is because we create the solution that we put across many channels, and we know that now for the company it's a big challenge to have this consistent message across all the communication channels like Messenger, website, mobile app, now voice assistant, Google Assistant. And what we offer is this one solution that can be put across many channels with unified message and in automated way, thanks to this virtual assistant. Yes, up till now, obviously companies are using their internal communication team or agencies to handle these accounts. And what will happen is definitely it all will go towards the automation. Our first product was developed about 2 years ago into shopping centers. This is the biggest chain of shopping centers in UK. And let's see how it looks, how it works.
Amazing you've come back. Please tell me what you're looking for and I find best products for you.
I'm going for a party. I need elegant black party dress.
Right, let's start with these first.
How about red high heels to go with that?
Here are a few options you might like.
That makes me very happy.
Happy is as happy does beaming face with smiling eyes, so let's get this search going.
Who made you?
My mission is to make your shopping experience enjoyable and effortless. I was created by Yosh.AI. What else can I do for you?
Bye-bye.
It's a date. Winking face.
So Into was a fashion marketplace, so definitely main functions were around product discovery. And I think the very interesting implementation we have done for CCC. CCC is one of the biggest, if second biggest shoe retailer in Europe, present in 22 countries. And across in less than a year, we basically started with one market like Poland, and now we are implementing this solution on 7 markets. But this is what you can see. It's very interesting development across platform. We started with Google Assistant with this voice version, then we put text version on Messenger, then we put this assistant on the website, and now we are connecting it to the phone line. Call center. So again, we have a voice version as well as a text version. On top of it, we added this visual search that you could see before, and we'll see a bit later as well. And visual search, again, we put first of all within the assistant to make this shopping experience, especially in fashion retail. It's a lot of inspiration comes with the photos. So that's why it's important part. And additionally, we put it across other channels like on the website as well as in the mobile app. So this is basically how it grows and develops with time. So here you can see how it works on mobile app. So basically, this is one of the possibility to search for the product. And again, in describe with words products in fashion, it's very difficult. So it's often comes with a need that I see something on the street and I just want to have it on, I'm looking through the magazine, and right away I can find the same within the store of our client. Yes, similar products. So from this, from our research, it shows that the conversion is definitely higher because users already know what they are looking for. Yes, it's about 2% point on the users that already looking for the products. Another very interesting implementation is for our client Frisco, is for e-grocery shopping. So basically Frisco brief was very concrete. They knew that about 80% of the purchases are repeated purchases. So basically it's usually mom that is coming once a week and doing the same basket, sometimes would add some 1 or 2 products. So the brief was to get moms in the moment that they can do shopping, not to waste time at home, so when they are driving a car. So this solution allows to do full shopping for groceries without touching the screen while they are driving or in the kitchen, but basically just using voice.
Talk to Frisco advisor.
Let's get the test version of Frisco Advisor.
Hi, how may I help you? Do you want to repeat your previous order? Maybe you want to add or remove any items from your cart. If you want, you can start by providing delivery details. Check your previous order and let me know what can I assist you with. This is your previous cart with value of 174 Polish zlotys and 14 grosz.
I want to add vanilla ice cream.
Choose your item and then the amount.
Breyer's vanilla ice cream, please.
How many items do you need?
2 pieces.
Okay, I added it to your cart. Tell me what else you're looking for or return to your basket.
Return to my basket.
This is your cart. Your total order value is 174 Polish zlotys and 14 grosz. What would you like to do now?
I want to order.
Okay, we know what to deliver. Let's set delivery date and time. Nearest delivery date, July 24th, 6 o'clock. Say first the date and then the time that will suit you.
25th of July.
The courier is able to deliver on this day from 6 o'clock to 1400 and from 1530 to 2300. What time works for you?
8 p.m. will be great.
Okay, the courier will come to you the 25th of July 2020. Delivery hours from 2000 to 2100. Your current address is Białystok 30 Warsaw. If you'd like to change the delivery date.
Confirm order.
Okay. So what we do with this virtual assistant is that we start with, when we get feed from our clients, we develop their own personalized conversational engine. Then we always talk to our clients what is more, we start with one part, or a pre-purchase or post-purchase. For most of our clients, we started with pre-purchase, meaning product discovery. So as you had a bit of examples of that. So you just order products the same way. The idea is that the same way like you enter just offline store, right? So when you talk to the shopping assistant in the offline world, the same here is the shopping assistant that should help you the same find these products. Also with time, what we'll do advisory, but for that we also need to implement additional elements like recommendation engine that we also doing now and user profiling. So then it will also really become another stage that will be additional advantage for the users. In terms of post-purchase, the main idea here is the automation and to support all call centers, also users looking for the information. The most common information and question that is asked by the user is what is status of delivery. And just to give you an idea, this is for one of our clients, MediaMarkt. MediaMarkt is the biggest electronic goods retailer in Europe, and they have about 100 people working in call centers. So every day, 29%, it was, the research was done across 1 month, 29% of the question is just exactly status of delivery. So just serving this one request gives a lot of savings, or also allows this call center team to work more efficiently on other questions that are not so easy to automate. But obviously we serve a lot of other questions, not just what is the status of delivery. The big advantage for especially international companies is that we can develop the voice version of this virtual assistant in 30 languages and in text version, basically in any language of the world. A lot of our clients implement this solution also after work hours of regular human being team, right? So they have like 24/7 cover time when their clients can find the answer to their questions. So what we do is we can put it across a voice platform like Google Assistant, like Alexa, like a phone line, or text version we can put on the website, Messenger, WhatsApp, or any other channel. Yes, so this is a big benefit that you just train one chatbot, voice bot, and then we put it across all these channels. So it can talk simultaneously and try to thousands of people at the same time and in a lot of languages. So definitely here, there is a lot of saving in automation. Our experience covered the biggest sectors in retail, like apparel, electronic goods, e-grocery, and definitely these are the sectors that are needed in this area. This is the research from US market. And as you can see, all these sectors are already being used and are popular among the users for voice shopping. Another very interesting statistic is in the blue, you have what percentage of users are buying online. So this is blue. So for example, for apparel, it's 60%, and voice shopping is already 20% of the users are using voice shopping. So definitely it's happening, and brands should enter this area also to be present on exactly voice platform, because now when they have their presence on website, on the mobile app, now they have to move also into voice platforms. According to Gartner, this year already half of the searches should be done by voice. While Google doesn't confirm it, they don't say how much. They say it's not as positive, but definitely it's growing any faster than any other trend, faster than mobile app adoption. And the reason for it is definitely because it's a natural way for human being of communication. Yes, we all know how to talk, and finally technology is capable of giving us this opportunity to use voice for shopping. Estimation, the market value for US only is $40 billion for 2022, and for next 15 years it should reach $180 billion according to MIT. So we see that it's growing, it's big, and it's very important to be there. Okay, so I'm waiting for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Cass. Yeah, and you say there's a special offer for WindowsWear members. If you could just leave that up. Could you talk to us about that?
Yes. So first of all, we are very honored to be here. And I thought that this is a very innovative solution. So we thought what special we can do. So what we would like to do is we can make like a POC for members of WindowsWear. When we develop, let's say, mini bot with 20 intents. 20 intents is basically like 20 questions around like welcome, goodbye, what is the status of delivery, and connect it to any channel. I recommend phone line or Google Assistant or Alexa. And for this period of 3 months and this whole implementation, we can do absolutely for free. And then after 3 months, if hopefully we'll meet the KPIs that we will agree on, that will go into cooperation.
Beautiful, love it. And thank you so much for that. And thank you for sharing what, who you are, what you do, and also sharing with us all the wonderful examples. Just kicking it off, if anyone has any questions, whether you're on our Zoom or throughout our social media, feel free to use your voice to to ask your question, or you can also chat it. And Cassia, I don't think is a artificial intelligence robot, but she can certainly answer the questions that you pose to her. So just kicking this off, Cassia, what's the process for a brand, and what's the timeline look like to implement a solution like this?
Well, we really need a very small involvement from our client. What we're asking for is regular feed that they have, for example, for search, or if it's for customer support, that we have some information on the site, or also the scripts that they give for call centers. But for this offer that I just mentioned, we could be live in 2 weeks, because we can train, let's say, this conversational engine in 2 weeks. To make full implementation for full search, it again depends how many products there is in the portfolio. But let's say for a category, like one category, like electronic goods or like shoes, like we had, it's about 1 month to 2 months to make it happen. But the interesting process is that this is AI, yes? So we all remember Alexa and Google Assistant a few years ago not being that smart, but still learning. So this is exactly how the process looks like. So we launched this, this product, and obviously it's good enough, tested by our clients, that its communication is going well and it can answer the question, you can search from the products. But on continuous basis, we have a team of linguists that's analyzing all the answers and checking if any of the question was not answered. And then we are keep giving more and more examples to this AI engine to teach how it works and to develop its skills, yes? So after 4 months, from what we see, after 4 months, less than 1% of a question is not recognized by our engine. So it's, I think it's very good.
That's fantastic. And my second question, and while we're speaking, I'm just pulling up the Yosh.AI profile, where all the information is, all the project examples that you showcase, and then also your website, your LinkedIn. You can message, all the information is there about you and everything else that you shared. And then how long does it take? You mentioned, obviously with the examples that you described and you showed, it seemed like it was like a perfect response for the questions that were posed. How long does it take for the technology to really become, I guess, quote unquote, smart, where it's actually very effective at being properly responsive to the consumer?
Well, for English language, since it's trained the most and the best, and it has the most examples, it's definitely after 1 month, it will be working really, really well, right? For less popular languages, but we have this experience with Polish. After 2-3 months, really, it was very, very good responses as well. But even when we go live right away, this is not something we obviously also inform our users that this is based on artificial intelligence. So, but people are more used to now, right? That they know how Alexa works, how Google Assistant works. So they know more or less how also to talk to this assistant.
So Gayla Randall is. Gayla, do you mind unmuting yourself, or do you want to chat it?
No, I can unmute myself.
Hey, Gayla.
Hi. This is very impressive. I'm really intrigued and want to learn more. I have several questions. I wondered if you could explain the consumer user side, how that works. And then are there any particular geographic targets that you're looking to launch within the US, or are you really open to how this might develop? Thank you.
Well, in terms of geography, it's the clients we work with, they are international. So for us, it's really, for us, geography doesn't matter in terms of if it's English language. The only thing we change for English is basically the accent, right? So we have American English, we have UK English or Australian, but so for us, we are, let's say, geography agnostic, yes? So we can go across any basically area. It only depends on the language. And the first part was on the user side, right?
Yes, thank you.
You mean like, for example, on what equipment, how the user can use it, or if you could explain?
Well, my question was, if I'm a consumer or user of this technology, is that an app that I would tap into, or how does that work?
Yes. Now I understand. Okay, so it depends on the channel of communication, right? So for example, let's start with the first one, like Google Assistant. So basically, for example, you are in the kitchen, you have your Google Home. So then you talk to Google Home, and then you can say, talk to, I don't know, Zalando, for example. It's one of the stores, yes? And then right away you are connected to exactly to the store or to this retailer. So to Google Assistant, you can talk through Google Home, or you can talk on your phone. Like on Android, obviously there is Google Assistant. On iPhone, you can install Google Assistant, or if it's Alexa, then you talk on Alexa speaker. So basically this is this area. For on your computer, when you're using your computer, you go to retailer website, and on the website you have, like, up till now what we were used to, there was this little chat, yes? But the big difference between chatbot and this, that's why I'm not using chatbot or voice, but more like assistant, is in this way, this is not really a chatbot, because chatbot is A/B answers, right? Here we have natural way of conversation. So up till now we launched on the website the text version, but soon we'll also launch the voice version. So this is new and people are not used to yet talking to the computer, but this is where we're going, right? That we also will be able to let's say, talk to our computer, not just write. And basically that's it. If it's a phone line, people are calling like regular helpline, yes, on the regular number. So that's on the other side, instead of a human being consultant, there is a virtual assistant that also says, I'm a virtual assistant, how can I help you? And a lot of, most of the cases are resolved this way. So basically this channel for the user depends on when they go on Messenger. Again, sometimes there is an agency that's answering all the questions, yes, and writing back. But in this case, this is right away a virtual assistant that writes back. So it's every possible platform can be basically served by this solution.
Thank you, Gayla. That was a great question, and very, very interesting and fascinating. Cassia, you mentioned the voices, and you mentioned, you know, English voices as being an example. Are you aware of any celebrities or any actual designers being the voice of these brands? Is that an opportunity? Is that something that you're seeing? And then that's question number one. Question number two, you know, everything that we're doing is very visual as a company, and obviously the visuals relate to you know, social media content. So if you're, you know, if you're experiencing a window or in a retail store, and that's like content that you want to capture and showcase online, and it helps the brand increase their social media content. So I'm curious, from a voice solution, because it's, you know, it's verbal and it's textual. It's not necessarily visual. How can a brand think about its creating social media content around that?
Well, starting with the voices and personalization of the voices. Well, up till now, all the solution we have developed are generic voices, but we believe that exactly, and this is a new part of marketing that actually retailers or any brands didn't know up till now, or didn't have a chance to develop, is to develop persona of the voice, right? Starting with basic, if it's man, woman, younger, older, and all this. So for that, we have a range of voices that we try to find and recommend the most suiting voice for the brand. Yes, some wants to be more official, some want to be more informal, right? But soon what we'll be doing will be also exactly teaching, making this personalized voices. So exactly that it could be a celebrity voice. It was done once, I know I know one case on the US market because we also work a bit with Discovery Channel. So for one of the cooking shows for Alexa, there was a live show, but also there was this cooking assistant exactly with the voice of this celebrity. So it will be possible, and it is possible. So definitely it will go exactly this way, that some brands are associated with some celebrities. In terms of visual content, what I also didn't mention is that exactly a lot of inspiration comes from social media. So this visual search that I was presenting, Instagram obviously is a big source of inspiration for the users. So what the user can do is can use a link of the photo from Instagram and just look for similar products, yes? So I think that for brands, this is a great opportunity. Even brands can use this content that they have and based on the photos exactly show users find similar products for that, yes? Sometimes it can be other brands, other shoes, but one user would like similar, but from the brand that is very loyal to. So again, this is a great opportunity to develop that.
Cool, thank you. We'll wait another minute or two, see if anyone else has any questions or feedback, or if anyone even has any experiences that they want to share with technologies like this, you know, what they've experienced. Be curious to hear if anyone has, you know, experiences that they also want to share, not necessarily just comments or questions.
So in the meantime, maybe I will talk a bit about this process, what's really happening, where is AI needed there for, and how it all works, basically. So, so this whole conversational engine is based on NLP, natural language processing. So basically, why we are focusing on retail is because we covered this full experience, exactly shopping experience. So what we teaching, what we are doing is like we taking the raw machine, let's say, and with giving examples about how users can ask, I'm looking for this product, I need this product, can you show me, and all this, by giving a lot of examples how users are speaking and communicating in conversational way, then we teaching the machine to answer this questions. And that's why it's important also to exactly keep developing and bringing more and more these examples that machine can understand better and better how it's, what users are really saying.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of what you showed us is about, I guess, product search, you know, and more product based. Are you seeing any examples or getting any briefs from brands using this to really more communicate about their brand DNA, like their history, you know, their location, sort of making the breadth of the content not only about the products, but absolutely everything else that brand might be doing through its social media, through its history, through you know, information beyond just the products. Are you seeing anything like that, or is it not quite there yet?
Well, absolutely yes, and there should be information about brand. If the brand also, and there is a possibility, of course, exactly to create way more interaction, not just on the product side, but also on advisory side. Yes, like what's fashionable now, what can, any advice within cosmetics area, exactly what's good for my skin. So this is very much depends on the content that already brands have, because whatever it's now organized on the website can be exactly transferred into conversational way. So if we get the whole database of information and we prepare it in the right way, then user right away, instead of going to the site and looking for this information, can ask for some information and will provide this information. So this is a really big benefit for the user, because usually exactly the search takes a long time, yes? And here it's more interaction. We have developed one assistant for Pepsi, and for Pepsi it was all about having fun with friends. So that was a bit different experience. And exactly, this was more playing with brand and talking to brand and brand asking questions the users, and there was games there. So definitely there is a lot of different possibilities there as well.
Cool. Anyone else before we wrap this up? Here we go. So Gayla mentions, again, you might consider an app which will build your direct consumer contact and thus your brand recognition. What do you think about that, Cassia?
Gayla, can you explain more what you mean? An app that would...
Yes, my work is really kind of in a different platform. I come from the education world, and especially as a classroom teacher in K-12 systems in the state of Kansas. It's right in the middle of the United States, and so thinking about what you do, which is wonderful and very much needed. There's very much a niche for what you have presented here. But looking at it from a consumer end, an app that they would open in order to access your abilities to locate product for them. For instance, my daughter and I make frequent trips to New York City, and there are times we go and we're looking for a particular product. And if we had an app on our phone, we could just pull you up and we could say, close to me, where can we find black heels? And and therefore we recognize your app to what your service is from more consumer end. And I know that might be something you have thought about or not thought about, but I just wanted to throw that out there from kind of a personal thing that we wish we'd had when we've been visiting there.
Yes, we for this client CCC, I haven't mentioned, I think this is exactly great example, and thank you for reminding me, I forgot to mention that. What we did for them, actually this is the client that comes exactly from brick and mortar. They have over 1,200 stores, so for them it was how to connect e-commerce to offline world. So definitely when I find this red high heels in my size, I can ask where I can try them on in the closest store. So this application exactly shows me where it is, and I go to specific stores to exactly try them on and buy. Yes, so we know that this whole omni-channel experience is very important. So yes, we know that this is very needed by our users of our clients. So yes, that for this one client who actually had the possibility to develop such a function, it was developed. But overall, this is what we are focusing on today, is exactly this online experience. But the next step for next year and following years will be also implementing this solution, voice solution, into brick and mortar stores, because we go into this for example, this virtual assistant can be part of this virtual mirror, right? So you can just try something on and then you say, oh, I need something smaller, bigger, or different color or something. Yes, so you don't need to call for assistant that's in the store. Also support, you can just buy and everything and the checkout. So definitely these are the solutions that we'll be also implementing in the brick and mortar stores. Tim?
Hi, Cassia. I just want to thank you. Your discussion was quite informative. I didn't realize that the voice aspect is gaining so much traction so quickly. So thank you. It was fascinating.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I think this is a big job for us to exactly. Not a lot of companies know that it's possible to have their own solution already, that it's not just Google Assistant and Alexa, but now it's exactly time for companies to also enter. And I think that this is really big aspect that, well, what will happen is that all retailers will pay to obviously Amazon or to Google Assistant through Google Shopping, or companies will develop their own applications. Like now they have their own websites on www. Now, if they don't develop the same solutions on voice platforms, then obviously Google and Amazon will take over that part. So I believe it must happen, and it's good interest of the companies to move towards there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we can all agree it's definitely the future, and definitely getting ahead of the technology and implementing the technology and utilizing the technology and understanding how it can work for your brand is certainly a game changer, as well as a key competitive advantage that any brand can take advantage of right now, and make it work and implement and really be known for it. Cassia, who do you think in the market does this best? Like, if you were to, sort of point to an example or examples that are out there, who would you say is like a good test case of a brand that does this really well?
Well, I know more for Europe, but this is absolutely the beginning, right? So companies are trying different solutions, but it takes a very, takes a very specific skills, because this is not just development, like on IT side. There is not half, but maybe 1/3 of our team actually is a linguistic team. So because here we all just play with the language, and there is not a lot of people with this skills to develop these good solutions, exactly because we are lucky enough to have an amazing team now of 25 people. And these are people who actually worked before on this kind of solution. So they know how to do it and how to develop it for brands. So this is the beginning, and companies are exactly just moving into that direction.
Yeah, and actually that's a great question I just want to pose to you. Do you mind just talking about how your team is comprised? I think companies like yours are very interesting and unique, but then we have to think about, training all levels of people to these skill sets, because obviously this is the future of retail. So do you mind just talking about how your team is comprised, where they're at, what they sort of do?
Yes, so we have a big part of our team, about 10 people are data scientists. So there is a lot of exactly this AI development going on, let's say. There is a part of team that are just developers, exactly connecting, let's say, feed from our clients to our solution, building search, connecting it to Messenger, connecting it to any other possible platforms. And there is a big team, I think 7 or 8 people, exactly linguists, who worked before on Samsung Bixby for years and on international markets. So they have this skills to exactly train the machines to speak to human beings. And so there are actually 2 parts. First part is NLU, natural language understanding, the whole understanding of intent of what human being is, what's the information that human being is looking for, and then also answering in the appropriate way and connecting this. You can ask for one question, you can ask in the hundreds of ways. So this is the part to exactly make sure that the machine understands. So this is how to organize every language that machine can understand it. So yes, the big part is here on this linguist part. Definitely, this is very, there's not a lot of people doing it. And because of that, we are a Google partner. We were nominated this Google recommended partner for exactly developing, as they call, high solutions for actions on Google. That's how they call it, actions. And now we are a global Google partner, because exactly, first of all, there will be Google, and then there will be brands, and we enable brands to come to Google Assistant, to Alexa. So we work on all these platforms. Yes, so there's few layers. from one side, there's agencies that are developing some solution, but here is very much tech-driven solution, and data scientists are also needed for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, you can say one thing 100 different ways, and you're absolutely right about that. And I'm just curious, in addition to the actual words, do you also capture like the tone of voice? Do you actually like use that in the analysis in addition to just what the words that they're saying?
Well, there is this sentiment analysis, but we didn't implement it yet. I think that there is still main focus is on understanding and on organizing everything. What there is a big part of work to be done is that human beings, you know, when we go to the website and we search for something, we know that there is filters. Yes, when we put it in the search box, we also say, I don't know, red high heels, I don't know, something, right? So we know that these are specific. Also, Google search told us how to do it. But when we put this assistant or chatbot, let's say people are talking like we are talking now. So for example, we get a lot of questions like, oh, show me some nice fashionable shoes for party tomorrow. Yeah. So now we have to bring very different subjective description of the products that didn't exist on regular search. What is nice, what's fashionable, what's for the party, so what's for occasion. So again, this is additional work that there has to be done by our team.
Amazing. Cool. Well, I just want to, you know, on behalf of WindowsWear, thank you again for speaking to us. Thanks for sharing more about the things that you're doing, and you know, and anyone who we very much encourage, absolutely anyone who wants to learn more to contact Cassia, contact the company directly, or if you have any questions, and we'll continue to showcase the work that you're doing with other clients. And you know, this is obviously very eye-opening. You know, with a lot of our content, it's, you can see it and you can sort of understand, I visually see it, I get it. With your service, with your solution, obviously there's a lot more behind the scenes, and it really takes more of a conversation, as you know, to really understand the deeper, the picture. But at the same time, I think we can all agree that this is, what you're onto is definitely the future. So thanks again for being a part of this, and we'll speak with you soon. And thank you everyone for being involved, and we look forward to seeing you on WindowsWear.
Well, I just wanted to add that, yes, definitely we focus on retail, but to Kailash, since you mentioned education, this is absolutely solution that one day, and I'm sure there are some companies focusing on education or on healthcare, like in the time of COVID. Just as an end story, I would say that we developed this solution for Polish Ministry of Health, when like 40,000 people were calling daily for the helpline, asking for symptoms of COVID, where's the closest hospital. So just in 2 weeks, we developed this solution. The solution later won this World Health Organization Global Hackathon. So yes, this virtual assistant and AI definitely are here to make at the end our life easier. Yes, so we can find products faster, we can get information faster. At the end, all we do is that we bring automation into communication, and communication is exactly the base on everything what every company brand is doing. So yes, this is the future, and we really, again, thank you very much for giving us this chance to present.
Thank you, and we'll see everyone soon. Thank you, Cassia.
Thank you, John. Bye-bye, and thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.